Hey, good morning. So I'm here at Princess Park in Melbourne, and looking to do some little bit of flying this morning. And it's really great here in Melbourne because there are lots of parks, and they're really big parks. As you can see, it's parks all around. And while we do have parks in the Philippines, it's not these big expanses. And whenever we have spaces like this, it almost always gets turned into a mall or shopping center or something. So it's really great to have these wide open spaces. I think the closest I can think of is Ayala Triangle Park, which itself is a portion of it is already being converted into a mall, but the rest are just picnic spaces and otherwise regulated areas. So really hoping we would have government officials in the Philippines who'd have a policy of having more parks, bigger parks, where you can just do anything you want. So yeah, I'm going to be setting up a little bit over here and see if we can do a little bit of flying. Alright, so looks like I busted my camera, FPV camera that is, and it's just as well. Just when the people walking their dogs have all but left. Maybe we can still fly some LOS. Man, these cyclone props are really hard to break, and after a couple of dozen crashes, I would say that these need to be put out of service, out of commission. So yeah, that's not gonna fly anymore. Even if you do crash a little bit, you just get some scratches and some nicks on your props, but they fly. If you just want to fly, might not be the prettiest thing or the most smoothest thing, but they'll do the job. But definitely this is not gonna do it. Nope. It's been a good 30 minutes of practice flying, just doing some going back and forth around the field, FPV, LOS, going around the trees. And yeah, it's been fun. Now, in a lot of places, not just here in Melbourne, you're not allowed to fly near people. And even if you were allowed, you're not supposed to. It's just common sense. You don't want to, it's just an accident waiting to happen. So, yeah, a couple of times I had to stop because, you know, some people were walking their dogs. So now I'm going to take the tram back to the apartment where I will get a proper breakfast, as they would say here. And, you know, get started on some work, get some work done today, then charge my LiPos and maybe try to get in some flying again this afternoon. So after a couple of days staying at the Oak on Collins in the Central Business District of Melbourne, my brother came back and we moved into his apartment in Brunswick, which is about 30 minutes by tram north of the Central Business District. Now, if the Central Business District was already peaceful, it was even more so up in the suburbs of Brunswick. So there were, in the evening, all of the shops would be closed up, but there were lots of parks and the supermarkets were great. You could buy fresh produce, lamb, great coffee from the supermarket. And since Brunswick, there were a lot of Middle Eastern residents in Brunswick. There were also a lot of like Persian restaurants, Middle Eastern cuisine over there. So that was really, really great. I have this really funny story from last night. I was coming from the Central Business District. So every time you get on the tram, you have to tap your Mikey card onto the scanner, and that's gonna deduct, you know, a certain amount from your balance. Well, if you're in the CBD, you don't have to do that, and it's free. It's a free tram zone. So I was coming home from the CBD and got on the tram going to Brunswick, and I forgot to tap my card, which is fine because. But by the way, we have a 7-day pass, so you know it doesn't really deduct any amount. But yeah, I was coming home from to Brunswick and I forgot to tap my card, and I was sitting comfortably on my seat. So I said, "What the hell? Maybe I'll tap on the way out, or I'm on a 7-day pass, so what does it matter?" So a couple of stations down, some tram police got on the train. Got on the tram, and you know started immediately going to the Chinese people and you know talking to the Chinese people, asking them if they tap their card, asking for their cards and checking if they tap their card, and asking them if they knew that they had to tap their card, and if they didn't, you know, they were asking for the name and the address. And one Chinese guy in particular was. I think he was in big trouble because he didn't have any load on his card, so he was basically freeloading off of the tram. So as I was saying, there were the tram police came right up to these Chinese people, and you know, just started asking questions like, did you tap your card? Did you know that you have to tap your card? We need to get your name, your address. So you know, I was just sitting there blending in. You know, I was thinking, should I go for the exit, or should I just wait it out? I think they're not paying any attention to me anyway. So you know. So they were interviewing them for 3 more stations, and I decided, you know, this. I'm not gonna take a risk. So I hopped out of the tram, and as it was nighttime, I think it was 20 minutes before the next tram came around. So long story short, it's always a good idea to tap your card when you get on the tram, wherever you're going. Near the end of our Melbourne trip, we went to Phillip Island, and this is apparently where the was that Liam Neeson? No, Liam Gallagher. No, not Liam Gallagher. Thor. Chris Hemsworth, the Hemsworthers. Apparently, this is where the Hemsworth brothers grew up in.
Play Park is a park here in Victoria. It's the only one still standing in Victoria.
I just make you rich. I'm waiting.
We won't be doing any FPV flying today, but today we're just going to go southeast of Melbourne and check out some of the nice spots here in Australia, in Melbourne. And right now we're here at Brighton Beach, where they have these nice colorful, they call these the Brighton Beach boxes. You know, there's no electricity, no water, no heating, but it does have put your boogie board and just beach stuff, I guess, towels and stuff. Going to the Phillip Island, we passed by the Moonlit Sanctuary first, where we saw my favorite animal, the wombat. Really so cute, and a couple of other animals as well.
It's time to change. You don't love me, but I make you switch. You don't love me.
So every night, fairy penguins, which are the smallest penguin species in the world, would migrate back home, would go back home to Phillip Island, where they had their burrows. And there could be like thousands of penguins that would be going home every night. And this is what they call the penguin parade. Now, we stayed at a section called the Penguin Plus. So we're here at the Penguins Parade, and we're gonna watch the penguins do their parade. That's gonna happen around sunset, around dusk, so around 30 minutes from now. We are at that section over there. That is the Penguins Plus. So the general admission people are way over there. All of them are over there, and a couple of people are here for the Premium Plus. So I guess that gives you better seating. And unfortunately, I won't be able to take videos or photos of the penguins because cameras are not allowed during the parade. So anyway, I really recommend that you get a seat from the Penguin Plus, because you can really see those penguins up close. We weren't able to take photos and videos because taking photos and videos were not allowed because of the flash or cell phone, the light from your cell phone might frighten them away. And if you frighten one of them, it might frighten the whole herd away, the whole raft of penguins away. So yeah, that was not allowed, but it was really an epic experience just watching these penguins go home to their burrows with their little webbed feet, and these little really tiny penguins. I really hope that you enjoyed these two travel videos of my Melbourne trip, and if you really enjoyed it, click on the like button, and if you haven't done so already, hit on the subscribe button so you are updated on new videos that I come out with. I come out with a couple of videos in like every few weeks or so. So do hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep building and keep flying.